Good morning from Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. We got here last night and we are about to explore the city for the first time today. Ulaanbaatar has the distinction of being the world's coldest capital city, with average temperatures dropping to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit in January. It's not quite negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but it's still very chilly, so we're definitely going to have to wear all of our layers when we go out today. However, we came prepared. We packed thermal underwear, thermal shirts, a scarf, my ski jacket, these special lined pants. Got some face masks, socks, hats, gloves. Apologies to anyone expecting an airline video, but it's not every day that you end up in the world's coldest capital city during the coldest month of the year, so we thought it'd be fun to take you guys along with us as we explore the city today. Alright, so we're out now. It's cold, but it's not as cold as we thought, so I'm not wearing all my gear because I felt kind of dumb wearing it all. But we'll see how things pan out later.
We set out without any real agenda other than to get a feel for the city, so we pinned a few sites on the map and got on our way.
Alright, so we're at stop number 1 right now, which is the National Theater, which is right back there. And then we have the National Library right back there.
Known officially as the Mongolian State Academic Drama Theater, it was completed in 1931, and it's one of several theaters scattered across the city. The National Library of Mongolia is the country's largest library and was built in 1921, and used to have a statue of Stalin out front.
Now we're making our way to Ulaanbaatar Square, which is the central square in Ulaanbaatar and was named after a famous revolutionary. You see a lot of pictures of it, and there's a pretty famous statue, so let's go take a look.
During the winter ice sculpture exhibitions, along with skating rinks and some ice slides are set up in a lot of the public squares in Ulaanbaatar. They even set up an ice maze.
Having fun? Not every day you see an ice maze.
That's Damdin Ulaanbaatar, who this square is named after. You can see they're taking down the Christmas decorations over there. If we turn over this way, that is the man himself, Genghis Khan.
Ulaanbaatar Square plays host to a lot of important gatherings for many Mongolians, and this government building to the north is the office of the National Parliament, the President, and the Prime Minister. The Genghis Khan statue stands in the center of the building, and statues of Kublai Khan and Ogadi Khan can be seen off to the side.
You like Ulaanbaatar Square? How are you dealing with the weather? Is it too cold for you?
It's okay, it's making my makeup run everywhere, but that's my own fault. No, I like it a lot. I just want to go down the ice slides. It's a lot of fun.
See if we can make that happen.
Yeah,
Probably not. No. Yeah. Right there's the Genghis Khan National Museum. I don't know if we're going to go in right now, but I think it's something we'll do later. Maybe get out of the cold if we need to. So we're taking about a 25-minute walk to a monastery.
Hopefully neither of us will fall on our butts, as it's very icy and slippy. Crossing every road is a massive risk, to be honest, but
we're on our way. We saw a cool kind of monument here, and then there's another cool square over there, so we're gonna go check it out. We're here right in front of the Natural History Museum. Got more of these really cool ice sculptures, and they haven't taken down the Christmas tree yet. slides look like a lot of fun. My wife wants me to go down one, but I think I've had a bit too much Taco Bell in 2023 for that.
The monastery we're heading to has a really long name that I can't pronounce, but it's known as Gondan Monastery.
So we've made it to the monastery. Looks pretty cool, so we're gonna have a look around now.
Gondan Monastery is a Buddhist monastery that was founded in 1809 and then closed in 1939 due to religious persecutions within Mongolia. It was later reopened in 1944 and was Mongolia's only active monastery until 1989 when the country moved away from communism. Today it's the center of Buddhism in Mongolia and has more than 100 resident monks.
Alright, so we finished up at the monastery and the adventure continues. Our winter gear is holding up, we're not too cold. Lots of dogs around here. What you can really feel is the pollution. Mongolia has a huge problem with pollution during the winter, especially in Ulaanbaatar.
I think it's the most polluted capital on earth.
Yeah, they burn a lot of coal, and right now they're blasting the heat and everything because it's so cold, and you can really feel it. It's really just hitting me in the chest right now.
Undeterred by the pollution and the cold, we made our way back to the city center, where we found a local convenience store. My wife needed some toiletries, but I decided to get an ice cream.
Not really sure what kind of ice cream it is, but the packaging looked pretty cool, so let's try it out.
Can we get a close up?
What is this?
What the? That looks like a haggis.
Yeah.
Apparently turtles like it.
Yeah. Alright, so apparently I need scissors. Cut off the end and squeeze it into my mouth. I'm not really craving an ice cream right now. We don't have scissors, so we're just gonna try and like rip this thing off and try it that way. Alright, so we managed to get this thing open. With a little bit of persistence, so I'm gonna try it out now.
That looks delightful. How does it taste?
Just like soft serve chocolate ice cream. It's
Oh yeah?
pretty good.
Interesting.
I wish it did not come like this though.
Yeah.
What are
You
gonna
know
do?
what?
It's an experience.
Yeah. When in Ulaanbaatar,
One in Ulaanbaatar.
can you show how it comes out?
Okay, there we go. Wow.
Enjoy that.
Once I finished my ice cream, we decided to check out the mall, which was next door, to see if we could get some supplies. We couldn't find anything that we needed, but it was still interesting to see what the local stores are like.
It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, so we're gonna try and get some lunch. I'm not really hungry after my ice cream, but my wife needs to eat, so off we go. We've arrived. My wife's a vegan, so we're gonna go to this vegan restaurant. Wasn't really space to sit down in there.
It was a bit packed and there was no menu and no one spoke English, so it was a little bit of a struggle. But I bought something mystery wrap. I think it might be a kimbab, like a rice seaweed roll thing, so we'll soon find out.
So funny story about the Loving Hut. It's a chain restaurant,
Yeah.
and
They're all over the world. They're all vegan.
yeah, and there are those who would say that it is a cult. If you look it up
I would never
online,
say that, but
I mean, legally I don't want to get sued or anything, but there are those.
there's some videos that play that are a little
Yeah.
unusual. So I think this is, yeah, a rice roll. I'm not sure if you're supposed to eat this like this, but I guess this is what I'm going to do. I don't have any color or anything, so we'll see. So it has some like purple rice and some fake meat in it, mock meat. Not bad.
I don't know if you can see it, but this roll is room temperature, and it's actually steam coming off of it because I guess it's so cold out.
The next stop on our walk was the Mongolian State Department Store. Completed in 1921, this department store used to be run by the government and still retains its blocky Soviet style. This mall is now owned by Nauman Holding, which has been described as the Walmart of Mongolia. In total, there's 7 floors, and you can find pretty much anything you want. Many tourists come to Mongolia to experience the countryside, so we weren't surprised to see a lot of the Western outdoor brands here. Mongolia is famous for its cashmere, and I wanted to get a sweater, but everything was pretty pricey here. In the end, I wasn't able to get any souvenirs, but my wife was able to pick up some nice hand cream.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Finished up at the mall. We've ended up in this
Yeah,
little square.
yeah, it's really nice. I believe this is, oh, it's the Prime Minister's Street, this long walkway down here that goes from the mall, I think, to some city hall building or something. So yeah, it's nice. There's a few street food stalls and lots of people walking around. Green is broken.
Yeah. It's made in France.
Yes, the capital of pizza.
It's dark around 5:30 here, so I'll have to try and figure out something to do to kill some time. I think we're gonna see a show tonight.
Yeah, there's a traditional folk show in the park behind our hotel. They do some traditional dancing and music and stuff, so I think we're going to try and check that out in a couple of hours.
I'm gonna try and use this ATM and get some of the local currency. All right, let's see what Mongolian currency looks like. We got a whole stack of it here. So I took out about $40. Got this huge stack of cash. Looks pretty cool. All right, so we've decided to just head back to the hotel, just rest up and get warm for a little bit before we go to the show.
Maybe breathe some cleaner air as we're both coughing a lot. It's pretty bad.
We spent about 2 hours back in the hotel, and to be honest, we didn't want to leave. But we both really wanted to see some traditional Mongolian singing and dancing, so we forced ourselves to head back out.
So it's a couple hours later. You can see it's dark now and it's a bit colder than it was before. And now we're running to catch this show. We'll see what happens.
We chose this show because Google said it was taking place in the park right next to our hotel, but it proved a little difficult to find, and later we would learn that it didn't take place during the winter.
So we couldn't find it, or maybe it's just not open or something. So no show tonight. So I guess that'll wrap it up for this vlog. We didn't get to see all we wanted to see in Ulaanbaatar today, so maybe we'll, add some stuff tomorrow or the next day. So
Yeah,
see how it
tomorrow
goes.
we're going to go see the Chinggis Khan statue and go see a national park as well, so that should be fun.
All right, so that'll do it. Take care. Goodbye from Ulaanbaatar.
Originally, I was planning on making just a single video about one day in Ulaanbaatar, but we found that there was a lot more to see. So there will be 2 more videos coming out on what it's like to travel around Mongolia during the winter. Definitely a lot different than what I usually post, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you'll tune in.
Who said Ulaanbaatar isn't fun during the winter?